welcome back. Students, today is your video lesson number 5 for the chapter 7, I Can't Remember. We have already completed the question answers in the previous video lesson. Today, I will be taking a very short revision of this whole chapter with all of you so that we can finally conclude this topic and move further with a new chapter next video onwards. Okay? Shall we do that? For me to do any of that, what do you have to do? I know, I'll tell you. You have to like all my videos which are there on my YouTube channel. You have to share my videos with all your family, friends and everybody you know. And if you are not my subscriber, you have to immediately click on the bell icon. So let's finish up this chapter today in the video lesson. Time to pay attention on your screens.
English Course Book, Class 8. Okay everyone, let's do a recap of the poem that we have been learning since a few days. Today we will wind up this topic so that in the next video lesson we can move on to a new chapter. So, the poet of our poem is anonymous, meaning the name and the identity is unknown to us. The speaker is talking about her health issues and other problems faced by her in her old age, divided in 8 stanzas. She describes problems such as poor memory, arthritis, bifocal lenses and dentures. Then she moves on to talk about the loving bond, the loving relationship she is having with her grandchild. She uses the medium of this poem to express that she loves her grandchild and she wishes for them to be always together, because now her weak memory is not permitting her to maintain a proper communication like they used to do before. The poem concludes at the point where the speaker was standing in front of a mailbox, having a letter in her hand, but absolutely confused whether she had to mail it or she had received and she had to open it up. So, to keep it simple, this poem is teaching us about the relationship shared by grandparents and their grandchildren, and also making us aware about the health issues or health problems faced by old people. So we must empathize with them and be kind to them. Now, let's have a look at the rhyme scheme. I know all my students are smart learners and they must have figured out the rhyme scheme on their own. Let's just pick up stanza number 1 and understand the rhyme scheme. Just a line to say I'm living, that I'm not among the dead, though I'm getting more forgetful and mixed up in my head. So what do we do now? We pay attention to the last word used in each line to make a rhyme scheme. Living, dead, forgetful, head. So the first word living would be A. Then dead is not rhyming with living, so we will simply give it the name of B. Now forgetful, again not similar in sound with either A or B. So forgetful will be given the name C. Then head. Head is sounding similar. Yes, dead head. They both end with the same sound. So dead and head both will be named BB. Overall, the stanza's rhyme scheme will be A, B, C, B. And once you will go through all the stanzas, you will be finding out that all the stanzas are having the same rhyme scheme A, B, C, B. Next point. The poetic device which is used in this poem is alliteration. Now let's find out the examples of alliteration. Now move your attention towards stanza number 2 and come directly to the last line. Miss my mind. This is your perfect example of alliteration. As you all already know the definition, alliteration is a poetic device in which, in a line or in a phrase, each word starts with the same alphabetic sound. Now, let's move on to some other stanza in the poem and try to find another example of alliteration. So again, pay attention on the last line of this stanza. And don't want to be a bore. So here, be a bore is again a perfect example of alliteration. So students, you can also note down the examples of alliteration and the use of rhyme scheme in your fair registers. And make sure you have completed the question answers and other questions from home assignment in your fair registers before you begin the new chapter with me in the next video lesson. Okay, now I will see you all later. Bye bye. Take care. Chapter finished.